Nancy Smith Langhorne HOA gated 55 and plus community. So like the usual stuff, kind of like attention to detail in these properties. A couple different items, so I'll walk through to see what she accepts and doesn't. So starting up front, so she has landscape stone here. However, she said the guy that put it in didn't put the black fabric down, so she wants a price to pull all the stone out, pull all the weeds, because she says she's getting a ton of weeds. It's just in this front spot, so it's basically here, this little L spot here. So pulling all the stone out and weeding it out, and then putting fabric down, putting the stone back. And then when you do it too, I would spray a little bit and then put some preen, put the fabric, pin it down, stone on top. So that's one item. Second item will be kind of like a general weeding of the beds. They're not terrible, but you'll notice more as we walk through some spots where there's some weeds. Seems like mostly there's weeds kind of growing like up through the plants. You can see one there. You can actually see one poking through here. It's almost like viney stuff. Some of it's almost just on the plant. So just pulling that stuff off variously throughout. This tree, pulling these little spokes, little growth things out, and there's a couple on the tree, just cut them out. This bush she actually wants ripped out. It's like half dead. So she just wants it torn out completely. So it is pretty hardy. Like it's in there pretty good. Best case is you could mattock it out and dig down and rip it at the root. Worst case, I would say dig out down here and then take that sawzall and just cut it down really low, kind of like under the ground if possible, and then put the mulch back so it's hidden, the stump. That would be if you can't dig it out. Alright, and then moving over here, nothing really going on here. If you see any weeds, I don't really see any. You can pull them in this bed, but I don't see anything. You don't have to do anything with this stone here. It's all fine. Moving to the back, the 5 boxwoods back here, just lightly pruning and shaping and cleaning them up. Just a light, starting to get hot, so just a light prune. Couple weeds, like you could, if you see them, just yank them out. Moving over to here, just really like weeding this area. So there's some weeds growing underneath this tree you can pull out. There's a couple growing on these shrubs. You can see them kind of growing up through the plant. Just pull them out. And then she said all this, she just wants yanked out. It's not intentional. So this, pull all this out, pull that out, pull this stuff out. So just pull all that. No trimming, we're gonna leave this go. It's kind of like thin, it's getting hot, so leave it alone. That's not intentional. I know this is like a ground cover actually, but she doesn't want it, so you can yank that out. And then under here, I would probably just yank, I don't know if it's a plant or what, I would just yank that out. And then any other weedy growth that's in there, pulling that out. No trimming of this. And then you'll see just kind of a couple weeds here and there. Small weeds you can pull out, like kind of variously throughout. There's a couple weeds. This one you can see has some weeds growing up through. Kind of have like this light green to pull out. Yank that. This looks pretty good. A couple small weeds here and there you can see. Yeah, any weeds here, just pulling. It's not too crazy. And then yeah, moving to the front, the rest is pretty good. I think there's a couple weeds and vines growing on this. If you can yank them out, a couple under there, yank them out, and then that's it.